Hello and welcome to another HotS Talkthrough. Today I'm going to be playing E.T.C. He's a pretty interesting warrior. He's pretty good at the moment, I think. He's very high in the CC area of warriors. Quite low on the damage. He's definitely more of the tank kind of warriors rather than more kind of damagey bruiser kind of warriors that you see in things like Sonya. Looks like I'm going to be playing with another warrior, Rexar. He is free this week, so that's going to be a bit weird. I haven't really played with a Rexar yet. He's relatively uncommon in the game. Actually, I think uncommon is an understatement. He is not played at all in the game ever, would be more accurate. So I'm going to be taking Increase the Range of Power Slide just because it's awesome. Power Slide is a fantastic ability. It is your best CC really. It's a line stun that you can use to get behind them and then push them back with face mount. Really strong, especially on this map, which is a great ganking map. Only problem is I'm not too confident in my team. Nova is in a better place than she has been recently, but still not a particularly strong character. Poor old Gazlo is still a bit of a waste of space. Rexar I haven't really ever seen, so I have no idea what kind of quality he is considered. That was a terrible sentence, but it'll have to do. So I'm just gonna cover mid, just mainly because no one else can. Good thing about this map really though is you can roam so much in it that I can just leave mid and gank whenever I want. I think they saw me there, I'm not entirely sure how. I want to take mid, but it's super hard to defend anything against Australia's E.T.C, so I will just go back to the creep wave, pick up the coins, or the gems, sorry, and soak the XP as best I can. But this is going to be a hard matchup, I think. I have a lot of CC. Just kind of making sure that Joanna doesn't get the gank off there. I think she was doing the same thing. Looks like we've eventually gotten first blood. I'm surprised if our team didn't. We've got a lot of damage in Leeming and Nova, kind of roaming damage. Kind of what those two excel at. I am stuck running around in circles, that was very odd. Just got completely stuck on Joanna. Not entirely sure what that pathing was, that was kind of frustrating. I don't think I would have been able to kill off this really. I'll pick up the fountain here. Increase the width and speed of power slide because it is such a great ability. I can stun more, kind of more people with the width increase, and the speed just makes it so much more reliable. The annoying thing is I've kind of reached the point where my towers are completely out of ammo. This really isn't the kind of situation E.T.C really wants to be played in. He is not a very good clearer. He's a very good ganker, as you can see from that. I'll try and get a hand in. Oh, wow. I'm trying to bait more. Come on. That was a bit of a odd decision there. By Leeming, let's get this hand in. A little bit risky. I'm in some trouble. Good thing Arthur isn't focusing me. If he had done, I think I would have been dead there. Oof. Risky plays. Risky plays. But yeah, I mean, E.T.C is deceptively tanky. His health pool isn't actually that large, but he does have self-healing, which ticks over time, so he's pretty good at keeping himself up. Burst is a bit of a weakness of his, just because, I mean, burst through healing, that's the whole point. But he's definitely on the healthier side of warriors. Nothing near Joanna really. Not as survivable, not as amazing at stopping damage with her blinds. Not as good as avoiding CC, as you can see. Lots of CCCs. But he does have one of the kind of most impactful ults in the game, that being Mosh Pit, and because of that, that ult will never go off. Because it's so impactful that everyone knows about it, and you will get stunned out of it. But that doesn't really matter, as long as you just get about half a second to a second off of a Mosh Pit, that can be enough time for you to lock down a kill, which can be really, really strong. Bit of a misplay there from my slide. I actually meant to go behind him and didn't. But I saved my knockback there, so I wouldn't knock him away, I'd knock him into the wall so he couldn't move. Bit annoying we didn't get that siege camp. I could just hit it with the guitar axe. E.T.C's damage never really comes online, but does get a bit better later on. Joanna's just going to stop me from killing that. Back out. Pick up my heal. I know Joanna can't kill me, which is why I was kind of being so aggressive, and I was looking at the mini-map all the time to make sure that the enemy weren't on their way there. It was a little bit risky. I really wish Nova would stay and just help me kill this thing. Because, yeah, I just can't kill it on my own. I'm still going to take Mosh Pit here. They have a lot that they can interrupt it, but they also have a lot of melee. And if I just Mosh Pit just for a couple of seconds and get, say their squishies in it, be pretty strong. Hey look, it's me! I'm so scary. I'm just gonna get a one-man Mosh Pit just to ensure we get this kill. Like, there's no point in holding it for the perfect moment, it's just not needed. Like, we are now winning the map because they're a man down. They're a man down for their web weavers, that's going to be good. Because it means that we can kill them pretty easily. A lot of people just kind of hang on to Mosh Pit and like, oh no, I need to get 3 or more. Some people hold it on for 5, but just getting 1 or 2 is perfectly acceptable. No, as long as it's impactful in some way. Like if you ult next to 3 people who can just stun you out of it, then yeah, that's not going to really do anything. Like there, I knew Tychus wasn't really in range. And Thrall, just locking him down, getting him dead. It's gonna be useful. This is really not how I wanted to play E.T.C though, just very passive PvE. But I'm kind of forced to with my team's picks. This is definitely the weaker side of E.T.C. I mean, you've seen some strength, but I'm trying desperately to defend. We got the boss there, that would be with Rexar just being amazing at PvE. Gonna get a big hand in here. It's kind of why I stayed down bot as well. Just because I knew that they had to deal with that boss. Like, the reason I'm doing this PvE, kind of just getting and soaking as much as XP as possible, just because like our team is not very strong later on. We need to keep the XP lead. Like Nova and Li Ming struggle a little a little bit later on. This is risky. Hey look, it's me, here I am, I'm so scary. Oh, I'm coming, hello. And I just trying to like make them use a lot of their damage on me. It's not really achieving anything. We need 2 to hand in, and those 2 are going to be mine. Good, because I'm going to be a little bit suicidal now. Good ult. There was no no Reyna stun up. It had been used to secure a kill. So that was like a really good use of that ult. I risked the laser damage to pick up those coins. She got her unstoppable off. I was trying to push her into her turrets there, because that would just mean that she had to path around the turret and me, which is why I wasn't doing it immediately. Like, you don't... Remember, this knockback can save people. ETCs who are too trigger happy with it can really be very, very annoying for teammates to play with. I'm not doing anything here. I'm just going to retreat. There's not much to do. I'm not feeling very confident about this push. Like, our Webweaver's almost dead. And their whole team's up. This is very scary. Yeah, I don't like this, guys. Please. No, they're all dead. I think. Gazlo probably is, because, well, he's Gazlo. I'm coming in to support, but Misha's looking very dead. Return the gems to me. They have enough to hand in. Looks like they're going to hand in bot. I just want to be safe and get my gems in before I die, because there will be a lot of focus on me this game. Big load of the hand in is on HotS. So he is going to be a prime target for a kill. I'm very worried about that team. It looks like they were doing bruise camps. I'm going to sit here just to give vision. Just knocking off his horse. Not enough people do that. Just knocking someone off a horse can really, really be quite decisive. There's an ult down there. We just need to back off. That's kind of a waste by their team. I don't think it's caught anyone out. Li Ming kind of positioned a bit badly. I can stand in it because I'm tanky and have a heal. And now I'm going to look to go back in. The annoying thing is we need to kill these creeps. These siege creeps. I don't really want to lose our fort. Like Rek'Sai's dead. I'm dead as well. Splat. They have a lot of burst damage. So do we. But yeah, that is E.T.C's weakness a bit there. I was holding off on the mosh pit, perhaps a little bit too much there. I was trying to get, or just save it for slightly later in the team fight. Perhaps I should have just used it, but I was pretty sure I was just going to get interrupted by Thrall ult. And I think that is why he was kind of wandering around just out of range of me, just because he knew that he was going to ult me. But in the end, he ulted me anyway and got the kill. And honestly, I think that's a bit of a waste of Thrall ult. I mean, you're ulting a warrior, you're using your abilities on the warrior. Reyna stunned me there, and you're hitting the guy who can heal, who's tanky, who has the large HP pool. It's not that useful. If we can get this. Yep. Good ult, let's get HotS down. Bring him down. I can't believe Nova ran away. What a colossal waste of my ultimate. That was a really, really good ult by me, and she ran away. Quite annoyed at her there, actually. If she didn't have anything, that's fine. I'm not playing from her point of view. But to me, it looked like she'd used a snipe and it was actually up. That's just me kind of calculating her cooldowns in her head. And if that is true, that is very, very bad play. Knowing when to disengage from a fight is perfectly fine, but knowing when to go back in, or when it's safe to go back in when you're on low health, is a really important skill. And as a range character, it's even more important. Because you can be on, as long as you're above 1 health, you can still do damage as range. Oh, that Tychus grenade! That was quite annoying. If that Tychus grenade hadn't landed, I would have been able to power slide just behind HotS there and push him back into the team. Now this is dangerous. That whole team's up. Our web weavers are about to go down. Looks like Li Ming has gone the 5 magic missile build. Yeah. That's a risky build. It's actually my preferred build. Just because it's really high damage and it's very rewarding to play. This is dangerous. I don't have my ult. It's up in 1. But we lost a bear there. Dancing in a grab bomb in a bomb. What? Now, I'm pretty dead. I'm really surprised that root hit me. That really didn't look like it did on my screen. That's a bit frustrating because I would have power slided and got a stun out at least. That's a bit annoying. I really don't think that should have hit me. But I must have just been right on the edge. This is a bit of a shame that we're probably going to lose quite a lot here. I mean, we haven't lost much. That was our first fought this game actually, so it's not too bad. Ooh, a lot of damage out there, but can you get a snipe? Can you go back in and get a snipe? This is risky. He hasn't noticed the fool. Oh, Reyna. Reyna. Come on. One thing that you can always be sure of in HotS is Novas are greedy as hell. If he'd looked at Nova's build there, she would have seen that the increased movement speed. So maybe that's why he went for the mount up, because he knew he couldn't outrun her. Oh, silly HotS, really overcommitting there to a kill that was never there. This actually lines them up really nicely. And there goes another 30 of their gems. What a great outcome for us. That is huge. Annoyingly, we're losing, but there's still a web weaver bot, so we can't boss here. Now, I'm not entirely sure if it's actually up either. Turbos or death metal? That's an interesting choice. I'm not too sure. I've never actually taken death metal here, but because there's so much stun and focus, it could be quite good. I'm very tempted to pick it up. Ah, sure, why not? Let's give it a go. I've never tried it before. It'll be fun. I mean, this Li Ming damage on this boss is just insane. And I should really be letting Misha tank it. That's my misplay. I had my eye more on the minimap there. There's some risky doing by Nova. Like, they can see you in stealth. And not to line up stuns, there goes my stun. Yep, Remember, don't use all your abilities at once. Like, there's a lovely little yellow bar just above his head there that's showing how long he's going to be stunned for. So that's why I waited. A lot of people just kind of, oh look, he's stunned, I better use everything I have as well, which is also my stuns, so I don't actually stun him at all, because he's already stunned. Bit of a silly thing to do. I can forgive you for just kind of being excited and pressing with your buttons, but if you want to get better at the game, that is definitely something to be very aware of, is overlapping CC. It really makes a difference between a kind of a good player and an excellent player. It's just knowing when to use your abilities, especially your timed CC abilities. Nothing much to talk about here. There's not much going on. Best bet is going to be pushing. With this bruiser camp, we don't have enough for a hand in. That will help. I'm just going to hand in my coins because there's no reason not to. I'd say the same for Rexar, but he has other ideas. It's quite easy to forget you're actually carrying the gems sometimes. I know I do it. Arthur's being caught out again. This is quite a mistake. Oh, this is a lovely mosh pit. Lovely, lovely mosh pit. What a grab bomb too. You ain't going anywhere, matey. I think that's the game. Yeah, they had no reason to kind of being in this corner. Just where my mouse cursor was there. It's very foolish. Like, hey, let's all be in a corridor against E.T.C and grab bomb. Great plan, guys. Great plan. That's very, very, very foolish. But yeah, that's the game, and we had an interesting team comp. It wasn't fantastic. You don't really see laning E.T.C too often. And that would be because it's really bad. He's very, very good at ganking. He kind of fills that Diablo role that we saw in a previous meta of Diablo Trande roaming. E.T.C does that with the stun and the pushback, and he's actually a very, very fun warrior to play. If you're looking to get into playing warriors, I think he's a good pickup. He's also very good in ranked. He's just a strong pick at the moment. Damage on the weak side, I could probably get a little bit more damage out of him if I hadn't been laning so much. But it was necessary that game, just because of our team comp with Nova and Li Ming. They're kind of wanting to roam a lot. But I hope you enjoyed that HotS talk through, and I'll see you next time.